spoken about this, and I've spoken about this last year. I wrote a post about it. Go and read my blog on, people and their fear of Islam, right? A lot with Madani winning the mayor elections in New York. You see a lot of conversations now around the fact that people are like, oh, Muslims are going to take over the world, da, 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 da. And to that, I normally say that the only way Muslims take over the world is if Christians don't do what they're supposed to do. Okay, so your fear is that they met in New York City and prayed, whatever. What is stopping you from praying in New York City yourself? I think sometimes, yes, some of our fears that we have are not legitimate, right? If you want to go in the middle of New York City and pray to God to save people, to, bring people to the knowledge of Jesus Christ, which is a mandate on every believer, what is stopping you from being able to do that, right? There's nothing stopping you from being able to do that. And if you're not doing it and other people are doing it, then there's this thing that we're stirring up fear in other people that let us be afraid because Muslims are taking over the world. And I feel that's really illegitimate. Okay, so as believers, as Christians, if we also want to change the world, there is nothing stopping us from doing that. If we want to draw people to Christ, there's nothing stopping us from doing that. But if we cannot do it, we should not, use that as a means of stirring up hate towards another community, another religious community that is doing that. This is what I think. This is my personal opinion. Like, believers we want to go around acting passive about our beliefs, and then other people that are actively taking charge of their faith and sharing it and whatever by fire, by force sometimes, right? We want to then make them look like the evil ones. Guys, it doesn't make sense. I want to speak to believers today. And yes, we have a mandate as Christians to preach the gospel of Christ to other people. And it's about time that we took it seriously. Like when there are conversations that I had right around even the UK and migration and etc. And every time we talk about migration, then it goes to Muslims and how they're taking over, how they're taking the churches and turning it into mosques. What is stopping you as a believer from using the church? Like, there are communities that churches are not used anymore. There are communities that you walk in and you walk into a church and you can count 10 fingers how many people are in the church. The onus is on you as the believer to actively act as a believer, to pursue this Christian life as though your life depended on it. To die to self in such a way that you are drawing people to Christ. But you're not drawing people to Christ. The buildings are empty. The buildings are falling apart. And then somebody buy it and do something else with it. And you want to complain because they did that. And now you are afraid that they take... I'm sorry. Listen, it really gets to me. It gets to me when I hear them. It gets to me when I hear the conversations about migration, because we all know the contributions that migrants make in a lot of different communities all around the world, right? And then when it tends to be against other religions because they are the easy targets, then you've completely lost me, because the things that they are doing, there's no way that you shouldn't be able to do those things. As a Christian, there's no way that you shouldn't be able to do those things. If you're deciding to keep your money in your pocket to serve you and your family, and you're not investing your money into buying these buildings and turning them into spaces where Christ is lifted, then other people are doing that. Let them do it.